Hey guys, what's going on? It's Twintuitive717. I am back with another reading, guys. I am here hanging with Mega Good Vibes, this saucy little beaver, my little sidekick, and we're here to do some messages from the Divine Masculines, okay? So maybe the title of the reading is already resonating. Nonetheless, guys, I do hope that the messages in the cards and in the reading validates your own intuition, okay? So you guys may already be picking up on these things. You could already be feeling it on your twin flame journey, and the reading is acting as a confirmation for you. So let's dive right in. I'll give it a good shuffle here. Let's clear the energy out of this deck. Okay, let's cut it right in half and we'll get one message from the Divine Masculines. Okay, so that was me. I've been watching or following your accounts. Okay, so some of you could have recently just gotten some communication coming through from your Divine Masculines, okay? And I think that many of you can sense that it's them, or you know that it's them. And this is a bit of a breakthrough. It's a bit of like a start, a restart for many of you. It could be like for those of you, this is an indication that a new cycle is coming in your connection with this Divine Masculine, okay? It's like they're ready to break the ice. Okay, how are they feeling about you romantically? Okay, so there's a sense of calm and peace about you, Divine Feminine. I do feel like many of you have just kind of been minding your own business during this time of separation. I feel like your masculines view you as just continuing to ascend on your journey. Just even the significance of the book on her lap. I feel like many of them want to connect with you as well, or they may watch your accounts because you have some sort of wisdom to offer. Okay, many of you may be readers in the community where they listen into your readings, and you have the ability to like help your Divine Masculines out of the separation or out of the funk that they're in, to the point where they want to reach out and communicate again. Okay, but they see you as very wise, very patient, very calm, and there's something about your wisdom that makes them it makes them kind of say to themselves, you know what, it's okay to reach out. There's no need to feel any embarrassment or sense of pride, because this is a wise Divine Feminine here. This is someone who is going to understand me. They're not going to ridicule me. They're not going to throw anything in my face. So that's how they perceive you. That's how they're romantically feeling about you, is you're their place of peace. Their place of... I'm hearing like gaining knowledge, like when they get hungry or thirsty for divine knowledge or information, they find themselves longing to connect with you again. Okay. I feel too like even with the cat and the intuition, you have a way of saying things that they know it's meant for them directly to hear. Okay, but you have a very healing effect on them. Okay, let's get into the Romance Angel Oracle deck and find out what it is they want to reveal. Okay, let's clear the energy out of this deck. Okay, so what is it about this wisdom that you've been demonstrating, or just like your overall energy and vibe? What has that been teaching or helping this Divine Masculine to realize about the connection? Okay, so we have pay attention to the red flags, okay? So the signs are cautioning you, okay? I feel like when they do listen to the readings, when they listen to your words of advice, I feel like many of you do have platforms. It doesn't necessarily have to be like you guys are tarot readers, but you guys might have platforms where you express yourself. You could do it through poetry, through your writing. You guys might share certain things, and you might give like a paragraph or two on it about how it is you feel. And I feel like your presence has a way of just warning them about their surroundings. And they see you as like a guide almost, or someone that just knows them, someone that can also telepathically communicate to them as well. Pay attention to the red flags for me in this particular reading, especially paired with, you know, this beautiful woman here who he sees with a lot of wisdom, is that although your truths may be very hard to hear, okay, I'm hearing that some of you could exchange a lot of harsh truths with your Divine Masculines. It may be hard for them to hear. They're also seeing things come into fruition in their life, and I think that I'm hearing heeded your warnings or heeded your advice. And, you know, there's something about what it is you know that it's helping them stay aligned, or it's helping them to get back on track. Okay, this is a divine masculine that can't stop watching you right now, but it's more than just the attraction to you, it's the attraction to your personality and the things that you know. Okay, can we get some more messages on how the divine masculine is feeling towards you in their heart space? Okay, I'll take what's at the top here. So we have unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going, okay? So at this time, it may just be why it is they're just watching you for now. They may feel like there's unrequited love towards them, most likely because you're appearing as though you have all of this wisdom. You may feel, or they may feel like you're always 10 steps ahead of them, okay? So whatever has caused the distance between you two is making them feel like you may have unrequited love for them as well, simply because you have all of this knowledge. You may see through them at this time. They may be hoping for a reconciliation. What's at the bottom of the deck? Yeah, very soon. But I feel like this is something that they could only hope for, because they might feel like you don't have enough chemistry for them. Okay, but they want a reconciliation and they want it soon. But I feel like they have to decide and just go for it. How does the feminine feel towards the masculine in the heart space? I kind of feel with this card here, with the feminine energy, many of you know that they may watch you, but you would rather them come towards you from a place of strength rather than a place of not having any confidence, okay? Because they don't feel like there's enough chemistry, because most likely they're in a place of watching you. They can't take action right now. They feel like they're learning from you, okay? So maybe you don't see them as someone that you can look up to and someone who can lead you, because here you are full of all of this wisdom and knowledge. It might be, it's like it's overwhelming to want someone this much, and then when you get close to them, you don't feel as attractive, okay? But you still want this reconciliation. I feel like they're gonna return. Like they might even like your post by accident and then unlike it, or do you know what I mean? Like something to get your attention slightly, but then back right off. Okay, that's their way of clearly deciding, like, okay, this is what I want, and I'm gonna be prepared for some kind of like interaction, because you may receive that notification and be like, oh hey, you know, how's it going? How are you? And that may be their way of initiating communication here, but yeah, they definitely want like a heartfelt conversation with you. How is the feminine feeling towards the divine masculine? Especially because they're feeling like you may be feeling unrequited love. Okay, I'm going to take the one that my index finger here is touching. Okay, so we have stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. You know, I love that she's holding the flowers here too, with this kind of offering, because I do feel that many of the divine feminines know that this is part of the journey that many of your masculines have to go on. Okay, it goes from being in the dark and watching you and spying to actually taking action. I feel like if the masculines are looking for any kind of sign, it's that the feminines are definitely optimistic about this connection. Many of you feel it, that it's something to grow from, it's something special that's come into your life. Because of the High Priestess card too, I feel that many feminines are a little bit more patient on the journey as well, in terms of seeing how things unfold, because even with the signs cautioning you, we have unrequited love coming up. It's almost like this push and pull between these two. I feel like a lot of your masculines are struggling with whether or not they're good enough to come in with this reconciliation, because I'm also hearing too transformation, okay? They've seen you go through quite the transformation. It's like you're so much more wiser, and they see you as like very ahead of your time, okay? And that might not have been the case in the past. Maybe they had unrequited love towards you in the past, divine feminine. I feel like you had to prove yourself. And you did. You took the gifts that you were given on this twin flame journey and you used it to make something of yourself. Many of you might be in the spotlight now, which is why your masculines are watching you from these accounts. learning from you, and I feel like others around them are learning from you as well, and now they want this reconciliation because just listening to you talk, or again post, or express yourself, again this could be through poetry, writing, maybe many of you make music, many of you, again, you could do tarot. You have certain platforms where you are not afraid to share the knowledge that you have been given and have been blessed with. Many of you have been blessed with the ability to channel, and I feel like at first this unrequited love is the energy that was thrown at you for being so different, divine feminine. At one point this divine masculine may have even turned their back on you, oftentimes ridiculing you with other people. But now I feel like a complete turn of the tables here, where not only is this divine masculine unable to stop watching you, but many other people in their lives as well. So much to the point where it's like, they want back in your life. I want back in your life. I want that feeling to return where you saw me as worthy. Because I do feel like at one point you showed a lot of interest, a lot of love towards this divine masculine, but maybe you guys didn't have it up like that just yet, We have the Strength card here coming up, and I'm going to close off the reading with the Strength card because I feel like it's a message for the divine feminines who have come a really long way. And this is going to be an interesting lesson for many of your masculines, because I feel like it's going to destroy parts of their ego. They're going to learn lessons such as, humility, and I also feel like you're a divine feminine who in the past, like you may not have had much in the material sense, but now when people look at you, you are so rich in spirit, and your information that you give and share to others. Like I feel like many of you are in a place of strength and abundance now, like strength of character. There's a lot of people out there who admire you and respect you, and I feel like this could be a masculine who watches you from afar because they may have deep regrets about the way they first interacted with you. Like I'm feeling like a lot of regrets coming up from a masculine who didn't seize the opportunity with you like they should have. They judged you too harshly, too quickly, and now all they can do is long after you, because they are literally watching you be in the spotlight right now. And it's like you have all of the keys as well. Like she's even holding up keys here. You have all of the keys in terms of the information that you give to help them align themselves and excel on their own ascension journey. And it's like they're drawn to that energy like a moth to a flame. No pun intended with twin flames, but it literally is how this divine masculine is feeling here in this reading. It went from you being completely, enamored by their presence, and you might have experienced, a bit of rejection there, unrequited love, and decided to go off and do your own thing, develop your gifts, spiritually develop. And I feel like now you have many, many people looking up to you here, and this masculine is sitting here watching you from afar, hoping that you're going to stay optimistic about this reconciliation or some type of offer that they have coming towards you very soon, because I feel like this energy of like sitting there behind the screens watching you, it's like I see someone shaking their leg. It's like they can't take it anymore. They're about to reach out, and they're about to speak some truth. No matter how deep this truth is, I feel like they're going to take a risk, and they're going to come out and say some things that are really going to make you guys feel very like taken back, like whoa. But I feel like it's all coming from a place of like now or never. It's now or never. It's like with this high priestess, they can't mix matters, they can't beat around the bush because of how you carry yourself. It's like this very strong, with the Strength card here, beautiful, wise, divine presence. And I feel like this kind of happened within like a year. It's like the divine feminine had this twin flame awakening. I feel like you might have been rejected or abandoned. You went into hermit mode, and now many of you are resurfacing like a year later, and you've accomplished so much because of that unrequited love in the past that was thrown at you. And now you have this very person who is your counterpart worried about whether or not you're going to have this unrequited love for them when they come at you with this reconciliation. So you guys have a lot to think about. Be prepared, and yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed it and it's brought some clarity. You guys take it easy, and I'll catch you in the next reading, okay? Bye, guys.